Where the comments at? Right here.
Right where?
Right there.
Oh, let's see.
So we can actually see all
Let's
of
go,
them at one
let's
time.
go. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the
gosh,
T&T Podcast. It is Thursday,
Thursday.
July the 30th.
Oh, we could have had us going to our YouTube too, but
Y'all, we're trying to do some technical things now and trying to get on all the different platforms in hopes that this can help a multitude of more people, right?
Exactly.
We got a hot one tonight. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm just looking around. I'm doing absolutely nothing.
Tonight. It's still the sun is shining. How
Oh,
you
my
gonna sit
bad.
tonight and it's what 100 degrees?
Oh, y'all, we are in Texas. Okay, let's get this thing going here.
Welcome, y'all. Come on into the room. Come into the room. Let's see. Hey, Michael. I want to make
Welcome.
sure that I see you. I don't want to miss anybody.
Do not miss anybody today.
I can't miss anybody.
Michael, hopefully you can tell us, are you okay?
Ooh,
Welcome
girl,
to the TNT Podcast.
I was telling people about today's topic.
What? How are you telling them? What'd you say?
I said, you know what? Are you okay? Man, are you okay? Mm-hmm. I said, hey, dude, you okay?
Yeah.
He like, no, Tina, I'm not okay.
Do you think men are honest about that, though?
You know, a lot of them have said that
They're not.
women use it against them so they don't feel comfortable talking about, you know, things that they don't want to look and appear vulnerable. Because some women don't, they're like, oh, you weak, you weak, you weak.
I want men. Last
Hey,
week,
Pastor Michael.
Hi, Pastor Michael. Last week, the gentleman that came on, it really hurt our soul
my God.
when he said that happened to him. You know?
Can I call whoever that was? Not
Black
him.
Jack?
But, no,
Oh, my
Black
bad.
Jack. But who did that to him? That was a
Oh,
heifer. That was a heifer.
It was.
What kind of heifer?
Hey,
did
Pastor,
that?
we would love for you to come on and talk about, are black men okay? Are men okay in general? And if not, how can we, as the women in their lives, help them? So that's why, please share. Please share.
God, in my weakness, God's strength is made perfect. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It is.
But
That's
I
so
also
true.
think in that, though, because we've been socialized a certain kind of way, that men aren't always comfortable with sharing their vulnerability.
Well, it's because, remember one time I said, what did I say? We need to give them a safe place to land. And we're not doing that, y'all. We have got to stop failing our men. And if we stop making it so
Kellis.
much, hey,
Welcome in,
hey,
y'all.
Renee.
Come on, let's talk
Hey,
about.
oh, hey,
Renee, thank you, Renee.
If we stop making it so much about us, I think we'd be better off. Everything ain't about us. Everything ain't about you, boo boo. It ain't about you, boo boo kitty.
What are you talking about? Whoa, we already got Pastor
Hey,
Michael.
Pastor
Whoa, I
Michael.
love it. He's coming on board
Uncle
fast.
Nathaniel, we getting ready to have you
Yes, let me
come
share.
up too, okay? Let's have a talk, gentlemen. And you
Yes.
know what? Y'all, this is going to be a first for me.
Why?
Okay?
Why
Because
for
I'm
you?
going to listen more than I talk today because I want to hear.
Pastor, we
what's
pray that
being
that's
said.
true.
Hey! I want to hear. Look, if not, you know what to do.
Well, we're going to tell him in a minute.
Okay.
How about that?
Look, I'm looking at
Good
my-
afternoon. Good afternoon.
How are you, sir? Pastor, how are you?
I
Hey,
am
Joe.
good. I'm good. How you ladies doing today?
We are
We're wonderful.
fantastic.
Blessed and highly favored. Ain't that how
All
they say?
right. All right. You know, to answer the question, do men find it hard to be vulnerable? Absolutely. Right. I think even if you're honest, women may not have as much as that as a challenge, but they find it hard too to be vulnerable. When you say generalizing things is kind of hard, what can women do as a group to make it easier for men to be vulnerable? Not much really, besides be willing to listen. It's going to take the man to be individually okay with opening up and taking that risk, because there's always a risk when you're vulnerable. You're always putting yourself in a position for somebody to take that vulnerability and use it against you, right? Or not really have understanding of why your vulnerability is a vulnerability for you when it's not for them, right? So men have to find it in themselves to seek a place where they can be safe, to be vulnerable for themselves. I can't want to be vulnerable just for you.
Right.
I got to be willing to find that vulnerability towards my healing and towards my peace.
How do you find that? Well, can you give, because someone just asked, how can a man be vulnerable?
See, this is something you probably not hear from most pastors. We need to seek help. Professional
love
help.
that. We
You mean
love that.
professional help
Yes.
as in therapy and counseling?
Absolutely. You
There
need
you
somebody
go.
that
Yes.
you can sit down with, open up, and talk about
Yes.
traumas or pull
Yes.
out some traumas that you may not even be aware that they are traumas. Right.
I agree.
But the first step towards getting help is acknowledging you need it.
That is so true. That is true. So what do they want the definition of? Of what?
They want the definition of vulnerable.
Vulnerable? Are we looking it up? Because
No,
what
it's
vulnerable?
just
Okay, we'll
You
have the
want the
definition for the actual
definition
definition.
of it.
So, do you think the church doesn't really talk about mental health enough, and they kind of just say pray and just pray about it? Do you think the church does enough?
No, as the church, we will never really do enough, right? Because the church, we got to remember, it's a community of believers, right? We all make up the church, and we all want to set that responsibility on a facility or organization, right? As the church not doing enough. But frankly, just showing up to church is not going to get you what you need. You have to be a willing participant. When you hear something, you have to respond to it, because, when we think of what the definition of faith is the substance of things hoped for and the absence of the evidence seen. But you have to believe first, and then you have to act on the belief, because faith without works is dead. I can tell you I need help, but if I'm not willing to get the help, then I'm gonna be stuck in the same place, living in denial, right? So can the
Oh, what happened? He got paused. I think his Wi-Fi went out. So this is hold on, Pastor Mike.
Here it comes.
There you go. I was
Your wife stepped in and said, "Don't tell too much."
Verizon.
somebody called. I had a phone call.
Oh, okay, that's
coming
what
up.
it was. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. So I think somebody asked us what the definition is, and I think this is what they said. They said men need to be protecting us from being vulnerable. So it says vulnerable means being open to physical or emotional harm, attack, or damage. But the types of vulnerability is open, sensitive, but easily hurt by words or actions. So I think what we're saying is that men being more sensitive, maybe that's what the word they're trying to say. They want us to read the definition of it, is being more sensitive. Is that because I can't even remember what the person's name was? Is that what you were referring to? Hey, sorry, you guys. Hey.
And when you think of that sensitivity, the world teaches men to be strong, right? To not be so sensitive. So you have so many women say, I want my man to be a man and not to be so sensitive, not to be so easily offended or easily expressive of his emotions. So what it does is we teach our young men to be guarded of their feelings, to try to show a false sense of strength, right?
Why do you think boys are taught to not cry? Because when boys would say, "Boy, get yourself together. Don't cry no more." Drive them tears. Are they socialized at a very early age not to be able to share their feelings?
Yeah, absolutely. Because society says that crying is a form of weakness for a man. So you trying to raise your son to be tough and not be easily offended in a world that's gonna be very harsh on them, right?
Especially being a black man.
Especially being a black man, you're going out in a society where you already got 2 strikes against you for the color of your skin, and then also for the generalization that all black men ain't, right?
Yeah,
So
that's it.
David has mentioned that some women will tell you that they need a man to handle them. What are your thoughts on that?
I want a man to handle me.
I know what does that mean?
She want a roughneck.
Yeah. Some women do desire a man to be controlling, right? They say it
controlling or be in control,
which is one and the same, right?
Is it though?
Not at all. Not in my opinion. Controlling means I tell you what to do, how to do it, what to do. Being in control means you're handling the business.
Right, and then that's where the semantics come in, right? So you
kind of like being submissive and passive, right?
Exactly. So you have that where a woman say, I want to be submissive, but he can't tell me what to do.
That's crazy.
Okay, I'm reading my book. and I'm telling you, there's a difference between being submissive and
yeah.
passive.
Of course.
I think some men say they want a submissive wife, but what they really want is a passive wife that just basically agrees with everything he said.
Do men really want that?
I would challenge that most people, men and women, don't have a clue of what they want. Right?
I would agree with that. Yeah. I would agree with that.
You would say what you want, and then when you get it, you realize that's not what you wanted, right? Because so many times we have taken words and we have given it the wrong meaning, right? So really, when you think about a wife and submitting to her husband, you got to remember that if two are joined together and become one, we both are submitting to God. That's where
and it says it in Ephesians as well.
Yeah. Right. Marriage is a partnership, right? So if you really realize what a partnership is that in the areas where you are strong, I'm going to lean to you. And the areas where I'm strong, you're going to lean to me. And traditional marriages or a traditional relationship, we got to realize that what is the whole reason for tradition? The reason for tradition is for discipline, right? And it's to remind us why we do what we do and how to do it and what works. And those traditions are different for different marriages and different families. So the tradition you should want, let's build a tradition, because what worked for me might not work for you, or what worked for you might not work for me. So when we get to comparing, what other people are doing and trying to figure out why it don't work, because guess what? I'm not him and you not her.
That's it.
Well, thank you so much, Pastor. With Yah, would you like to say some comments, sir?
Yeah, it says up with Yah and vulnerable. Everything that I put in the chat are the attributes of vulnerable. Without a weapon, unarmed, without armor, without arms, defenseless, easily harmed.
That's good.
That's not the armor of God. That's not a soldier, a child of God. That's not who He called me to be. I have a weapon. The word of God is a two-edged sword to cut the flesh away from the spirit for reproofing of men, to become one, but I'm still the leader in the divine law and order of God. So there's no substance. Why do I take on these traits of being vulnerable? Where am I vulnerable? And why would I ever want to be this? Because if I have the armor of God on, I'm protected from head to toe. But all the fiery darts that come from the enemy, why would I want? I'm just trying to understand why would a woman want a man that's vulnerable, especially to the world, because it says subject to physical or emotional attack or harm. I don't never want to be in that. This is why I chose my king. This is why I read the word of God. And I use it as a two-edged sword to cut the flesh away from the spirit for reproofing of men. I am never vulnerable because He is always with me, and no weapon formed can harm me. I digress.
Okay, so we get it, what you're saying, and you're absolutely right about everything you say about the armor of God. But what we're talking about is maybe being more open. A lot of gentlemen are not open to looking at what expressing themselves to their mate. That's what we're referring to.
Yeah, not that. That's
not.
Yeah.
Then can we get a better word? We can use a better word then. As you're speaking, I'm thinking of one. I don't want to use open or. I'm thinking of a better word than vulnerable in the relationship.
What do you think about? Maybe more sensitive?
No. I'm still going to be a man. You're asking me to take on traits that aren't really inquired in me. What you have inside of you, I don't have in me. And what I have in me, you don't have inside of you. So you're asking me to take on something that wasn't really given to me. Now, to be more, let's say, more aware of my partner or my significant other, my helpmeet, to be aware of her, because I can see in the garden where Adam fell short of being aware of Eve because he allowed her to go out without him. So, but I don't see a vulnerable or sensitive situation in there. He should have been more attentive Let's use the word attentive.
I like
is
that.
good.
That's a good one.
Attentive
I
is
like
good.
that one. Up with y'all. That's
Uncle
good.
Nate, what's your
I like
thoughts on
that.
this?
What I think vulnerability is about is simply trusting. It's not about being sensitive. Whoever said that should rethink it. Being vulnerable is first assuring myself that I'm safe to allow you in, to allow you to see those things that I'm not allowed to speak about. Unfortunately, in our culture, we tell our young boys at a young age, man up. How do you tell a young 2-year-old to man up? Start crying. You're acting like a baby. You are a baby. We're not allowed to expose our emotions because when we do, we are open to being derided, told that we're a punk, and all these other negative things. So vulnerability is nothing more than me allowing you in. That's what that is. It's not about my tears. It's about the wounds that we've had to cover up from centuries of being destroyed and told we're less than a man. That's what it's all about.
You heard that?
So do you think that men are able to now be more open, and maybe we don't use the word vulnerable since people have an issue,
Yeah.
but it's okay to cry. It's
They're
okay to be
doing
in touch with your emotions. It's okay to share these thoughts instead of internalizing them. Where are men on that right now? Because a lot of times they don't share.
So I'm just
It
Well,
takes
first
it
of all,
takes some maturity to get to the place where you okay with being comfortable with who you are. Everybody does not possess the same level of emotions, maturity in emotion or security, or realizing and accepting that I'm open to potential harm, whether it's verbal, emotional, or physical, by allowing somebody to come into a place where I'm not guarded against them, right? Because the moment we stay guarded with people, there's no trust, right? But the moment we trust somebody, then we're letting them into this inner circle where they know our areas of weakness, where they know our secrets, where they have ammunition if they so choose to use it towards, to use it as a weapon against us, right? So
Yeah.
I think that in emotional maturity, a man will begin to grow and know who he don't have to be guarded against. And if a man has to be guarded against his wife, it's a marriage set up to fail, right?
That's what
and
somebody just said.
before and before we even get to the point of opening it up, men have to recognize what's wrong. That takes you doing an intrinsic evaluation of yourself to recognize the problem because you remember, as I've mentioned before, we are carrying things that we have not been able to name. Once you are able to identify those things, you are able to heal. And we are not broken. We just have to go through a process of generations of being torn down. And then now it's told that it's a normal thing for a man not to cry. I can't tell you, ladies, I love you because if I say that to you, then I'm weak. Or look at him. He's a little
I would
Can
punk.
like
I
to.
say one thing, ma'am? Can I say one thing? That the teaching of crying is of men. The scripture says the shortest verse in the Bible that he wept.
Exactly.
So I don't teach my children not to cry. I don't. That's not vulnerability. That's not vulnerable to cry, and not that's just masculinity being and testosterone being pushed in the wrong direction. Because everything that they're saying that does not match vulnerable. It's not in the definition of vulnerable. Everything that it says, uh, easily hurt slash wounded slash damaged slash or powerless, helpless. I mean, these things, that's what vulnerable means. You're giving vulnerable a different definition than what it actually means. So that's why I said I don't want to use this word because I will never be vulnerable to nobody. I have been taken away
What
from
will
a
you be?
I will be
Yeah, what will you be?
powerful. I'll be powerful in him because he is in me and I am in him. He is powerful. He was never vulnerable. He could have called on 10 legions of angels to stop everything. That's not vulnerable. He went willingly. That's not vulnerability. If I'm supposed to walk like Christ, Christ was never vulnerable in this earth. Not one time. Ever.
But brother, you're stating something that
No, sir.
we have
You
not.
changed the word of vulnerable.
No,
So
no,
I
no,
can't
no,
really
no, no,
talk
no,
to
no,
you.
no.
You
No,
changed the
that's not what I'm
definition
saying.
of vulnerable.
What I am saying is vulnerability is not oversharing or being emotionally reckless. It's about being honest with
Sir,
yourself
I'm looking
first.
at the
Then
definition right
being
now. Nothing you said is in it.
okay, then I can't have this
I
conversation with you
just said
because
that.
you're not allowing me to express my position.
Okay, wait.
Y'all got my new buzzer.
This the new buzzer. We need it now. All right.
I'm a buzz y'all.
Okay.
Hold on.
Let's let Dave.
I cannot support black on black crime. So
This is not that. This is not what that is about. No, this is a healthy debate, and healthy debates are how we learn. So
She's just trying to lighten it up a little bit. Hold on one second. We
And
got
that's
one more
fine,
guest.
ladies. I appreciate that. But I'm not going to talk to somebody that's making up words. And you're
who's
making up
making
your
up
own
words?
definition.
Who's making up words? This is the conversation.
Y'all get no Pastor Mike nerves.
You're reading.
David can't say a word
Look,
yet.
hold on, y'all.
No,
we have a
I'm
friend
going
of
to.
mine.
I'm going to
Hold
remove
on,
myself.
Daniel.
No, I'm going to remove myself because if this guy is not open up to a conversation where we all learn, then it's unhealthy. That is part of the problem with our culture. Are not open to different opinions about our health and well-being. I never changed the definition. My thing was being vulnerable is identifying what you are going through and opening yourself up to a trusting relationship with a woman, hopefully, that can share your pain. We've been dealing with this stuff for centuries. When we were enslaved as a people, we could not show any emotion. We could not react. We watched our women be raped and we could not say anything.
I think what we want to do with, like, we're up with y'all. Both of y'all have valid points.
Very valid.
Very valid. Mm-hmm. Up with y'all, you going strictly from, hey, I'm not going to disagree with you because you coming straight from the good book. As they say, you talking the word of God. So I can't disagree with you, and I won't disagree with you because what you're saying is right.
You're saying the good book, the book that been used.
Don't you start, Uncle Nathaniel.
But you know.
And there you go, right there, ma'am. There it is, right there in the nutshell. When he just went against the word of God.
I did not go against the word of God. But you are going to take on the same belief that enslaved you and tore you down as a people. But it's in the book. That's your statement. Oh, it's in the book.
Excuse me, sir. I try the spirit by the spirit.
No,
excuse me one
that's
second,
you.
sir.
But you're not showing any.
Excuse me, sir. I try the spirit by the spirit, and what you just said went against the word of God.
No, I did not.
I can't help you.
I did not. Because if you knew who you were,
yes, you did. I bear witness to what you say. I don't lie.
Okay. First of all, brothers, are you really okay is the topic today. A lot of people are asking what the topic is because we're kind of getting away from it. We respect both of you all, and that's why we love to have panel discussions. So thank you both. David. But this is the topic at hand. Are brothers really okay? And if not,
like brothers ain't okay.
Well, they are okay. They just have their opinion. So here we have a question for you. What's the number one thing men are suffering in silence? So, David, let's start it off.
Hold on. Don't go anywhere, Nathaniel.
Yeah, please don't. We want your
y'all don't, because y'all are
amazing.
And Pastor Mike, you too.
But what's the number one?
Lord,
Pastor Mike, add somebody.
Pastor Mike, throw some prayer up.
Right here, we're asking, what is the number one thing that men are suffering in silence? David.
Hi, David.
What are your thoughts, David? Why are men not okay? What are they suffering with in silence right now?
Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in because I know you're in the middle of doing something and I called you. You did this as a favor. I really appreciate you.
No problem. Awesome. I appreciate this. If I was to answer that question, it would be what we're dealing with in 2026 with this current culture. Yeah. And the current culture that we're dealing with now is the expectations, I would say unrealistic expectations that our women are putting on our men.
What's unrealistic? Can you give us an example?
It's like, okay, if you talk to some woman or some people nowadays, you could speak like I want a woman to build with, to create a life with, and have something with. And now when you say that, women will say, well, I don't want a man like that. I want a man already built. And when you say built, that means that you're looking for someone who's already completed. And who on earth, what human is completed? We're all striving to be something and be a better version than what we are right now. So when we hear women say, I don't want what they call it I don't want to build a man. I don't think men are asking women to build us. What we're asking is, or what we're saying is, we just have goals in our mind and you have goals also. Let's put those goals together and build a life. You're not building me up. I'm not building you up. We're bringing our own experiences and life to the table, and we're going to try to make that work. So I think that's the problem that I'm hearing when I speak with other brothers and we have these conversations, that brothers are saying that women think that men want you to build us up. And no one's asking you to build us up. We're just asking you to participate and cooperate.
All right.
Well, hold on. Do me a favor for y'all. Share that this is a conversation
for everybody.
We want
everybody. Y'all,
this is so good.
Share, like, follow us as well. We love your insight. Let's go around
and send gifts.
Yeah, we need some gifts up in here. Okay, who else would like to take? What are you all
got
suffering?
pulled up, Macklemore. You sure did.
In silence. What's going on?
Did everybody answer? Did everybody answer?
Not yet. We want to one at a time. We want to hear this because this is good.
Oh, I was just waiting. I'll wait till last.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll get you last because I know you got a lot to say.
Uncle Nate, would you like to say anything?
Am I allowed to?
Absolutely.
Yes,
you have the floor.
Nate,
Uncle Nate, you know I got you now.
All right. So what's happening with black men is we've had to create a certain type of armor to protect ourselves, and this certain version of masculinity that we've inherited is not about who we actually are. It's about who we're supposed to appear to be. A guy who never flinches, who always has it together, the guy that never needs help, doesn't show any weakness, does not allow anyone to see him sweat. We lead with dominance instead of being present. The person who measures his worth by how much control he has, how much he can provide for a woman, a girlfriend, a family, friends, how well he can perform by his strength, even when he's exhausted. So it's an armor. We do all that to protect ourselves from being, for lack of a better word, vulnerable. And Tina, here's something that you'll like to hear. It's a costume we wear.
Lord, don't get me started with my costumes.
But unfortunately, that's killing us because we're not allowed to do what? Expose ourselves. We have to present ourselves in a manner that definitely does not help us mentally, physically, and in some cases, spiritually. So we're dealing with a lot of things.
I like what Liv says. She says, we ask so much from men, but we don't give them an opportunity to just be human.
When was the last time that either of you have stopped, and you don't have to answer, just think about it. Ask your guy, how are you? And stood there and listen. A lot of times we'll walk past people, good morning, how are you doing? And not even stop to see.
Yeah, I think you are on point with that. The last time, it's very recent because he does that for me. He's constantly reminding me we need to check in with each other, which I absolutely love.
I agree.
And that's how I think people have a healthier relationship. Now, does anybody else want to speak to that?
Macklemore. Mac, go ahead.
Hey,
good to see you.
Yeah.
How y'all been?
We're great.
Wonderful.
How are you?
Mac, how are you?
Oh, somebody told me to turn on my camera. Oh.
It would be helpful.
There it goes. Good to see you.
All good. Likewise. What I was going to say is that I think a society has gotten to a place where people are comfortable saying they don't need each other and not realizing they complete each other. You're not whole before you get to that person. You're whole as one. You're not whole separate. So You have to do a lot of the brainwashing that's been done systematically over time has to be undone. And that's a lot of education and a lot of being vulnerable and understanding that you don't know everything. You have to find your mate, your partner. They say that for a reason. It's not just because it's cute and catchphrase. So
I think that's what he was saying, that what we've been told in society, especially with Black women, we've been told, I'm strong, independent, I don't need a man, and da-da-da-da. And that's not correct. You need a man.
Very much so.
Me too.
Yeah.
I need a man.
I want one. So
exactly.
Yeah,
he didn't want. He said Mac. Somebody said Mac is on point. Thank you. He is on point.
All right, we got some good.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Uncle Nate, for putting on your camera. C. Trey, Mr. Research.
Hey, Nathaniel.
Where's your camera, sir?
Oh, I'm late.
You're like, nah, I'm good.
Don't be saying it's not a good day. Don't
Beautiful smile.
Come
see,
on
you
now.
see all these, look, see here, okay. All these handsome brothers, beautiful smiles, they seem intelligent and smart. There you go.
Appreciate it.
What would you like to say?
We win. Go ahead.
So let me get a first example. The way you ladies are conducting this is beautiful and elegant. Most of the brotherhood and I'm talking nationwide because I travel a lot. Most of the brotherhood is not getting this type of energy. You got to understand the brotherhood suffers from being part of the community while simultaneously being drowned out. The brotherhood suffers. Hey, your mic is on, bro. You got to echo. Hey, your mic is on, bro.
Steve, you gotta take. Steve, gotta go on mute for a second. Steve, gotta go on mute for a second. Okay.
I'll put Mac on.
Okay. So the brotherhood is suffering. Like, I'm in medical, and the brotherhood puts on a smile because we hustling and we focus on dating a lot. But let me take you on this quick journey. What are we doing outside of dating and hustling? We're not a form. We're not a collective unit. We, guys would more rather go to a place where women are speaking than go to a cigar bar where it's only men. That's a problem. So, and I'm gonna say a couple other things. When you look at one of our greatest unions as Black men, the Pullman Union, in this days of technology, we haven't even achieved that because everybody's hustling on an island. They're, older brothers, we're a little bit more seasoned and we're a little bit more achieved. But the kid that turned 18 the other day, he don't have the brotherhood to rely on.
Right.
So he goes through another 5-10 years trying to unlearn and unravel all of his teenage years and teenage behavior because the brotherhood is telling him, well, you got to get that from the home. I'm not doing no recreation center meeting. I'm not doing nothing that the 1970 and 1960 brothers used to do, even though I'm sitting on $500,000. That's an issue. And lastly, take it back to dating. Notice the brotherhood talks about dating, side chicks, and all this other stuff more than they talk about their own sons.
That's good.
So this is a secret issue with the brotherhood. We live in a fantasy a lot of time. We love saying certain things that relate to hustling and dating, but outside of that, we're not a united force, and that's a problem. It would be better to fix that so that when you do come to the dating experience, you're already established. You're already established. You've worked on your mentality. You've worked on your need to reply. You've worked on your need to fist fight. And now you can interact with a woman with some type of Boaz or King Xerxes leadership that's coming out your mouth instead of, hey, I'm reacting. And I land.
Our producer asked the question.
We got a good one. So we need all y'all
we want
this is a
everybody
good
one. I got this buzzer. So listen, our producer said, what can white people
Well, first of all, she's white. Okay, let's just be clear. So, but she has a very good question. You want to say?
Oh, I didn't get a chance to answer the last one. I didn't get I was waiting to answer the last question.
I'm sorry, y'all, up with y'all.
It's okay. It's okay. We got a lot going on, ladies.
I'm so sorry. Go right ahead.
We'll get that question up.
Do you mind reiterating? Do you mind reiterating the question, please? About men, what they silently suffering?
Oh yeah, what's the number one thing that you struggle with in silence?
And I believe that throughout all of the time in the scripture, it's respect.
I see that.
It's respect. It's respect, and it's shown all throughout scripture. It's respect from Adam to Eve, Samson, Delilah. It's just respect throughout the whole biblical text. I mean, you got women that do respect and that were obedient, like Deborah. They went and got Boaz. She knew what she was called to do, not persuade him to do nothing.
Yeah, we know you meant Ruth. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I leave with the respect part. Men don't even, our men these days don't even know what it is required for a woman to respect you. That's why you can't lead her, because she does not respect you. I don't care how much money you bring to the table. I don't care no matter what you give her. If she don't respect you, you cannot lead her.
Thank you. So
I digress.
do you think that social media, because listen, thank you so much for what Sheila Trey said. These forums, because we respect, especially y'all, I have a special place for my brothers. I'm sorry, that's just it for me. But do you think social media has a lot to do with it?
You asking me? Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Everybody's like, just thumbs up.
Of course.
Everybody's like, yes.
All the way live, ma'am. They have, this is the symbolism that they used from the beginning with Willie Lynch. They just took it and put it on a grander, wider platform. It ain't just you they're targeting no more. Even their own fall into this vibration that they give off of, I can do my own thing. I don't need you. I got my own money. I got my own little pew protection, which is interesting because you gotta go get. You only got so much to use that with without getting more. Who's creating? Like they give you a false security in yourself where that's not the protection that God gave you. So now you're outside of the umbrella of the protection that He provided, and you're protecting yourself. Anything can happen to you, and that goes male or female. If you're not listening and being obedient to Him, you are outside of His protection. Why are you asking Him for help, but you don't want to listen to the way He wants to help you? It's kind of an oxymoron. It goes backwards.
All right, for the people that are joining us that may not know what the topic is, the original topic is, hey, brothers, are you all really okay? And if not, what can we do to help you be in an okay place? So we have two questions that are coming up. And the first one is from our producer, who is Libby. She is white, and she wants to know, what can white people do to, what was the question? To make what?
To do better.
To do better.
To listen.
To do better, to be more understanding to what is going on with you all. What advice would y'all tell white people?
And please speak freely.
I think it would be difficult for a white person to understand because this is structural, and we're still dealing with this stuff since our enslavement. Someone talked about black men and women not being together. You have to understand, again, going back to our enslavement, we were separated. We were torn apart from one another. When you had these social welfare programs, you guys have heard me mention the movie Claudine before, kicking a man out. You could not have a man in the house if you want to get supplements, because if a man is strong enough to get a job, he should do that and support his own family. But if the government is supporting you, you can't have a man in the house. And then they started this thing with women going to school and getting jobs and stuff like that, raising them above black men to a point where a woman black women, some of the most well-educated people in the country, are so educated that they have the mindset that I don't need a man. Like you said, I got my own job. I got my own money. I can take care of myself. Well, that's debatable. Things are not balanced. Our equilibrium is off as a culture. And to fix it, we have to fix the black man, because once a black man is stable and strong within his own convictions, he can bring that home and rebuild our homes, rebuild our communities, and rebuild our culture. It starts with the man. It started with whom? Adam.
Yes.
We need to move on from where we are today. And again, it's healing. Black men are not broken. I'm going to keep saying that. We just need to fix what's in us and recognize what our pain is and move forward. That's
I
my
love what
point.
Bree Rich, and I want to come to see Lay Trey, but I want to read this what Brad Rich said. We are, as Black men, should not rely on others. We have to do better amongst each other and support one another. I couldn't have said
Absolutely.
it better myself, my brother. That's the
Absolutely.
problem. We need to stop trying to look on the outside for other people to fix us. And that's why we started this
program.
It's about our community now,
and how we can learn from
how
one
we
another.
can learn, and we need to listen, not to respond, but listen to do better. So,
Absolutely.
Nate, you got a fan up in here.
A lot of what?
You have a fan.
You got a fan. Inbox him. He's single.
All right. Does Dion say something? Does Dion want to say something? Anybody want to say anything? Commenting on this?
I would
answer the question after him.
Okay.
D-Lay Trey, what you got for us?
So I like to say things that are very dramatically different. So before I get to the white lady, let me say the best thing is that
He talking about me.
our sisters, our sisters have to practice that boomerang effect. All the
Go
brothers
deeper
know.
with that. What does that mean?
All the brothers know when a lot of times you want to change your stars, and that's hard to do in the BLK community, because if you're somebody on the negative side of mentality and you want to try to get to the positive side, who do you go to, right? So what I'll say is that I would like to see, like, if a daughter or a niece comes to work in a man dominated field and we see that she's being discouraged by non-BLK people, we see that maybe her application didn't go through. Most of the brothers on this panel, most, not all, they'll be able to say, yeah, we'll try to do something about that. We'll try to see if we can pull her in. We'll try to see. That doesn't really happen at a high percentage with the sisterhood. And the sisterhood has to understand that when you don't do that boomerang effect, it affects dating too, because now this guy is discouraged. He doesn't really truly feel part of the community. Some guys do, but large percentage of guys feel like they're on an island while they're simultaneously being asked to be part of the community. Let that sink in. Michael B. Jordan made a great comment. Black men are like pit bulls. Everybody loves the protection of the pit bull, but once the pit bull gets hit by a car, everybody walks by him and don't even have the decency to call the animal control or bury him or nothing. Right? So that's not all, but that is a high percentage. When it comes to your producer, I would say this. Speak to white men and allow them to have a voice that's a black male. What's unfortunate is, and again, I'm saying something different outside of dating.
Because you saw me back up on that. Go ahead.
You intimidate a lot of white males if you're too articulate, if you're too well read, if you're too well traveled. Because some white males, not all, they have a problem being in the same space. They start turning into girly sister guys. Like, I gotta dominate him for you women. It's like, bro, what are you doing? So I would just like for the white women to say, hey, no, just let him have a voice. Maybe it's bad. Maybe he don't speak the way we think he should be speaking. But let's just give him 3 minutes to hear him out. That's what I would like most from white ladies who are outside of my anecdotal self, is allow some of these brothers to have a voice and calm the white uncle and the white father down, or the white businessman down. No, it sounds crazy, but just let him finish and then we'll move on to somebody else. Sometimes it's not allowing these guys that. And once he feels empowered, once again, just like I said with the black ladies, then he can come back to dating with a more established point of view and a more seasoned point of view, because our brotherhood is very subjugated when it comes to our voice.
Well, I know Pastor Mike wanted to make a comment next, and then we're going to get to you, Dion, the iPhone surgeon.
We promised Dion.
That was me, man.
Mike.
That was me, ma'am. You keep.
Oh, was you? I thought Pastor Mike said he wanted to be
No,
next.
you moved. I mean, I asked to go next, but he could go. I'll wait after Pastor Mike.
Wait,
I'll go
Pastor
last.
Mike. Pastor Mike, then you have your hand up.
after
Did I miss
Dion.
you?
I did have my
I
hand
thought you
up.
did. I thought so. I wanted to make sure. I'm not gonna miss you, my brother. Go ahead.
Oh, it's all good. I love hearing the feedback and the engagement and the debate is all healthy. Just to answer the one question that was asked by the young lady who happens to be of another persuasion behind the camera,
The white woman.
I would say, it's going to be impossible, as was said, for white women to sympathize. They haven't had the experience, but you can express empathy and understanding, right?
That's good. Yeah.
Understand that the way the black man feel is warranted from the history and the scars that are actually there, even if they're just emotional scars or not physical scars. And more than anything else, because I think that none of us really can take responsibility for our forefathers or even for our neighbors in our community. But what we can do is speak truth to power, right? We can stand up for what's right and not turn a blind eye to what's wrong. Be able to speak out and speak up like, you know what, no, that's wrong when it's wrong. When you believe it, if you don't believe it, sometimes not, getting involved is the best thing to do is different circumstances for different situations.
We appreciate that.
Thank you. Hold on 1 second before Dion and then up with y'all goes. Let me say hello to Black JTV and Mr. Anderson. Hello.
First of all, Black JTV, this is actually for you.
Yeah.
When we heard the comment last week, how the woman treated you when you went through your experience, it touched us. And so this is really dedicated to you as it relates to how do we make sure men are seen, heard, and valued? Because how she handled the situation that you mentioned, we were not in agreement with. So
yeah, that's a PhD in heffonomics. That's what I call it.
Okay, Dion, real quick, what you got?
Hey, good afternoon, y'all. As far as what y'all producer want to know, as far as what can white people do, we just need for y'all to do one thing, and that's just to be a good person.
It's so simple, right? It's so simple.
What you're doing for the ladies on the screen, that's just being a good person. You helping them with their platform. That's all we need. We don't need for y'all to take a deep dive into what's going on with us. Just be a good person, because we're not going around complaining about what white people aren't doing for us, that's holding us back in the sense of like what you should be doing. It's the negative things. So just be a good person, and you'll be doing your job. That's all I have to say about that.
That's good.
If more people would do it, right?
That's good.
Right?
Exactly. Be bad example.
No.
What? With y'all?
Up with y'all. Go ahead, up with y'all.
So I find it interesting, but I'm gonna leave that there. The Bible says I'm always go to the scriptures. So anybody that don't like me or like hearing about the scriptures, don't invite me up. I let that know. I always bring the scripture, and for them, they must put away their pagan god and come with us and worship our God. Allow us to worship our God. We're coming back. The Hebrew is being awoken. Judah is roaring. His people are being awoken. We're coming back to the remnants of him. So allow us to worship our God. You can come with us, but stop holding over us what you're doing. We still in captivity. I don't care what none of these people on this app say, or on this panel say, you are in captivity. And if you don't know the word of God, that is on you.
We understand what you're saying, and we respect it.
I only bring biblical. I'm not going into your worldly terms. I'm not going into your worldly feelings.
Okay.
I'm going to bring it to you biblically.
We appreciate you very much. Okay, Black JTV, what you got?
Hold on over y'all 1 second. Go ahead, Black JTV.
First off, thank y'all ladies for thinking about me. We're going to get that out there.
We appreciate you so much.
We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
It touched.
Oh man, y'all got me feeling groovy like a movie in the jacuzzi. But I just want to get the whole idea of what y'all were talking about, because I'm hearing different sides. So what was the?
Go ahead.
So last week when you joined us, you mentioned that unfortunately, when you had a child unalive themselves, she used that very sad time in your life, another time as a weapon. She weaponized it against you later on. And we were like, how could she? That's terrible. And if men are put into this situation, are they afraid per se to really to let us see you cry, to let us see you hurt, to let us see you in your most, I'm scared to use the word vulnerable. I'm scared.
Thanks, y'all.
Don't you say that.
No more thanks to you. You see that?
So let me give you an idea. Okay. A lot of men do not want to be vulnerable with women nowadays because it's so much weaponizing going on. Like we want to be cool with y'all. We want y'all to know us for us, but at the same time, when we get mad, we don't want you just because you mad sitting here telling our business just because you in your feelings about something that we could have worked out one-on-one. So with that, when that situation happens, it's like some men shut down. Right. Yeah. When we shut down, a lot of men ain't gonna sit here. If anything else happens to them, we not gonna tell y'all because y'all have lost the right to know what's going on with us because you felt like you needed to tell other people what we suffered through. So, and I mean, this could work on both sides of the table though at the same time. But at the end of the day, it's a majority of men that gets their business told. Because men, we really ain't out there trying to be gossipers about the shit that you go through and all of that shit.
We're going to buzz you on your language, sir.
Oh, my apologies. You know me.
We got you. We understand.
Yeah.
But you know what he's saying? I'm sorry, but what he's saying is actually true. And the unfortunate thing for us men, we have a default setting when you guys ask us how we're doing. And what is that default setting? I'm all right.
No, it's on you. My ex was, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. Really I'm all right. Yeah.
I'm okay.
So what we need to do, absolutely. So it's on you ladies to dig a little deeper. If you love us enough, then you should be pressing us to really expose what's really bothering us because the cost of silence is deadly. It's harmful.
It is.
But we need y'all to understand when a man is putting a heck of a lot. We put a lot of that. Like with men, we love unconditionally, and I just hate to say it. A lot of times with women, just some of y'all's love come with conditions. And
ladies, I hope you're listening to this. This is why we are.
Hey, Renee.
Where's some ladies coming up here because this is interesting. Hey, Renee. This is good.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Black JTV. I believe that their love should be conditional with men, though.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Look at it like this. If we stop in the whole dating process and all that, if we really stop lying about who we are, doing this best foot forward stuff, and it's on both sides of the table, a lot of relationships would work better because y'all are giving each other the opportunity to decide whether y'all want to keep messing with each other or not. And that's not what's going down these days because I say this in a lot of rooms because I want people to understand this. A lot of people's intentions do not match their characters through this dating process. They don't.
So we have a question for you.
But go back to what Dion said.
But I like what he said. He says it thinks it should be conditional, but Black is saying this. Should our love for women be conditional? So should it be conditional?
Both ways.
I think it is conditional.
It is conditional. It is.
It's conditional.
So real quick, just 10 seconds. Before we continue this dating thing, I want to tap into something Uncle said. Most of y'all have seen these types of videos. There's hundreds of them. In school, the boy sits down and there's a woman or a girl, a female student in front of him, and he's trying to compose himself, and all the teachers sit by and watch it. Everybody just sits and lets it happen. And the minute he responds, now all the teachers grab him. This is the same thing. This is the same thing that goes on even when we take it back to only dating. We have to have a boomerang effect from women, whether it's in dating, in the situation I just described as far as school, whether it's the workforce. And then you'll have better dating engagement because these young sons and nephews will see fairness outside of dating, and they'll be able to have a better opinion when they're inside of dating. But I just wanted to say that.
I don't know, with everything that these young men see on social media, the ratchetness is real.
At a high level.
At a high level. The heavenomics and the oenomics is real. I mean,
You guys are talking about conditions. And when I listen to that, I think of emotional suppression because we're, as men, are not really allowed to fully express our emotions, especially in a relationship, until you guys know you got us trapped and then possibly fall in love with us, and then we can open ourselves up. So during those conditional periods, we don't really tell you how I feel. I might be in love with you, but I'm afraid to tell you that because if I tell you I love you, then you might think of me as a lesser man. So I don't know why we do that, why it happens. I certainly have been in relationships where I knew I couldn't say how I felt because then maybe I'm exposing myself. I gotta leave. I got a life that I'm trying to work on. Ladies know that I'm working on the book. So let me do a selfish. Let me do a selfish plug. I don't know if you can see this book. It is called
The Evolution of the Healing Black Man.
Love it.
I'm
the formatting
is
absolutely amazing.
I'm formatting
and we have
it.
another author on here as well, David.
All right, and I'm gonna have a copy signed and sent to you guys. So. Thank you for having me on.
I appreciate you very much.
And I expect my forward and acknowledgement, sir.
Well, whatever.
All right.
The woman that caused me a lot of stress.
Yeah, exactly. Keep healing, my brother. Keep healing.
Hey, while y'all doing that healing process,
you love somebody. Yes, Lord.
Keep healing. Bye, Nathaniel.
Bye.
But at the end of the day, even with the healing process, a lot of people got to sit here and say, I'm healing. I got to heal for a year. I got to heal for 2 years. See, this is the trick with that. A lot of people are healed, but they don't know they healed because they still trying to wait for something. Like you will never know if you healed if you don't test it out. If you don't jump back in the game, you will never know if you healed.
And that's so true. Or if some of them, what they don't do is they don't recognize their part in the relationship. And then so they end up missing out on the relationship because they're trying to.
Man,
they not healed.
I swear, I think y'all married already, but if y'all ain't, somebody better smarten the fuck up. My bad. I did it again.
You can't say that like that.
I was trying to give props. I was trying to give props, though. I was trying to give props. That's all.
We appreciate it.
We know we're putting the work in because we know that God's preparing us. And that's why we love talking to you guys, because you all are so insightful. You share. I think ladies need to go deeper and understand the man's perspective. It is not just about them. And both of us are the prize.
You know what I'm realizing?
What's that?
Through my studies?
What's that?
I was a lot of my problems. I'm reading my book now. I was a lot of the problem.
She's the problem. See?
I was the problem. Yeah. I'm studying and I'm realizing a lot of look.
Miss Renee, we love you. What are you gathering from this? What have you learned about the male perspective here, and maybe what ladies should do a little bit more?
Well, I guess because I'm a mature woman, I definitely agree with what the males are saying. I think women need to understand their power, that they set the tone. And I think that the younger women they're too transactional. They have these laundry list of things they want, but that's not the right way to set the tone to enter in a relationship with a guy. I think women should go to a relationship once they found somebody that they really like and love unconditionally. Now with a whole lot of lists. You know,
I agree. We agree with.
Yeah, if you can trust the guy and he makes you feel safe, then you need to nurture him, give to him unconditionally. I found that makes them open up. That makes them feel safe and they can trust you, and you all can develop a safe, tranquil environment. But these young ladies nowadays, he's got to make $150,000. He got to be 6'9". He has to look. That's just unrealistic. And I think men do approach you when they think they can approach you. But a lot of women got that. I don't need a man. I've seen people put that on their dating profile. You don't need a man, and I'm this and that. I don't know, maybe it's me, but I never found a man saying, well, she's got to have 5 degrees. She has to have 100,000. They usually are attracted to you because you're feminine. You know.
Say it again. Femininity is the key for the win.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, if you had a corporation, it can't be 2 people running it. Men,
girl. You gotta have a CEO. You gotta have one CEO. Otherwise, you got confused.
Men like to lead. That doesn't mean that.
Their profile, they put they is the man.
That doesn't mean
black is hilarious.
Look, you didn't even use the right word.
I didn't say nothing.
That is the man.
No, there's another person. Another one.
I will not date a man that's not masculine and can't lead. That doesn't mean that he won't listen to your perspective, but it's a beautiful thing having a man protect you and lead you. It makes you more feminine. That doesn't mean you can't have a job, this and that. That's between you all. But this going into dating a man and you as masculine as he is, why would he want to date you?
Who has that?
Hey, I agree with most of the stuff she's saying. Most of the stuff, I think we just need to be careful on the unconditional part of it, right? You can just say just love that person, right? Don't say love them unconditionally, because that takes away the accountability of being a good person.
I love it. That's true.
Renee, I will say this though. With unconditional, because I was in that type of relationship. When I'm in relationships, it's unconditional with me. And it's so unconditional with me that I put my life on the line for it. Anybody need to see it, go on my page, look at the hole in my chest, just to prove how I stand for my women and children when I got one.
Wait, I gotta ask for this. What's the hole in the chest? I'm sorry. I know we talking about what happened. You took a bullet?
I was with hold on, baby. Hold on. I'm with my niece right now. Forgive me. I was in a relationship for 5 years. She had 3 kids. They wasn't mine, but they was mine at the time. And I had just got back from performing, doing my music in Barcelona, Valencia, Gandia, Madrid, London, Paris, Portugal. And when I came back, I had a lot of jealousy going on. And it was to the point to where they tried to do a home invasion on my crib. So when they came in, I tussled with the first one, and the second one came in and aimed at a 15-year-old girl's face. So I lifted up who I was tussling with, and I took the shots for the little girl.
Wow.
And I was unalived for 20 minutes. So, but see, this just, remember when I first came on here and I talked about a lot of relationships don't. Have y'all remember when I first came on here and I said a lot of relationships don't work because sometimes we put seasonal people in lifetime memberships. You remember?
That was a good quote. That was, we want that for our T-shirt.
That's we do. Which, by the way, y'all can get this merch.
So the reason I said that, it was because I had to endure it. I sat here and put my life on the line, and it still wasn't good enough. You see what I'm saying? Like,
bro, I'm sorry you went through that, bro. But
I'm not. No. Please don't feel sorry. The Most High showed me my value in protecting my lady and my family. I am not, because of me, a 15-year-old girl got to graduate high school and is on her way to college because of me. So I mean, I hate that it happened, but I'm not ashamed that it happened. I don't look at it for the heroism of it all. I look at it as the fact that some people are talkers and some people are walkers. And when situations go like that, it'd be a lot of people that act hard, but then they'll freeze up in that type of moment.
Wow.
I'm showing
I
that.
hate to argue some semantics when we talking about this though, but again, the unconditional part, like what you did, that was admirable, you know. But
Yes.
I don't think you're doing that for anybody off of anything that they're doing to you as well, right?
No.
Like
Look,
this is
look. I was doing that because the children were loving me. That. See, that's the.
and you know that can happen with children before anything. I'll take everything I'm saying away. When unconditional love does come with children,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
For sure it
Yeah.
does.
So look at it like this: as a man who lost a wife and kids to death, you dig what I'm saying? Unaliving. It's like I'm one of them type of men. I can't speak for everybody else, but whether a woman has kids or not, I'm still gonna put value on her name. Yeah, I'm gonna put value on her kids because when you lose kids, it makes you love kids that much more. So, I mean, like I said, I can't speak for every man. We got some strong brothers in the room that will probably look at this from a different angle. But I know when it comes to our kids, we got to fight for our kids. You dig what I'm saying? We got to
Yeah,
fight for
that
our women.
unconditional love definitely come with the kids, but I don't know if it comes with the man and woman. You know that
It does, and
conditions.
I'm finna prove that. You dig what I'm saying? Because I was supposed to be married at 17 years old. 17. I knew what I had. She was a monument of femininity, but she was still real enough to help toss me the pew pew to get out of situation. She was strong enough to do that.
Hey, boy. Hey, man. What you got going on, boy?
See, here's the thing, though.
Hold on. First off,
Let me go
okay,
after
I
you,
want
bro.
y'all to
Let me go
understand this.
after
I
you.
want y'all
Let
to
me just go
understand this.
after you.
I've been doing music since I was 13 years old. My mother's my mother's the first lady of jazz and blues in Arkansas. So it's like me and my family, we've always had the musical background. So I've always been hit on my whole life by women. So it's not, but it's not what I get hit on by. It's what I accept. So.
Hey, y'all, we at the top. Listen, we love y'all. We actually do. Y'all know you're going to catch us next week. But listen, we're at the top of the hour. Can y'all do me a favor? I want each one of you to have the final say on this subject. So I want to start with David. David, we'll start with you. Hey, no, see, like Trey, hold on.
I'll wait. It's just that Dave sucked up all that mic time, so I wait.
We'll have you back next week, okay? Next week. Come on, David, what we got?
Apologies, bro.
I just want to say, this has been a great conversation. I've enjoyed listening to it,
Thank you.
and I just want to say that you ladies are doing a great job. But my position on this is one of the things we have to understand is going back to what you all saying, are men okay in the dating situation? Social media has changed the game significantly for our culture and our people. And a lot of our women are doing all of us a disservice by watching all these other women on social media, making them seem like their lives is so great. And they have men doing this and doing that when that's not reality. And that's what social media has done. And we would all do a great disservice to ourselves if we keep following that trend and just not, like all the brothers have said and the young lady said earlier, judge people for who they are and who they showing you they are, and not the expectations, the unrealistic expectations a lot of people have.
Somebody said it's social media, it's a commercial. That's all it is a commercial. That's it.
Well, David, thank you for your insights on that.
And thank you for the rose, whoever that was.
Yeah,
we
appreciate you so much. Okay, see La Trey, Mr. Research, what you got?
I appreciate. So I want everybody to understand that many of us as guys are not multifaceted speakers. Okay, and we don't have multifaceted lives. Ladies do that at a high clip. Not so much guys. But yet when we're reviewed, when we're critiqued from how ladies live their life. It's not the same. You know, using a gentleman's example, he did something noble, right? But then multifaceted people would look at every other facet of his life rather than that nobility. That would be their talking point. That would be what they would put him in a courtroom about. It wouldn't be a discussion. It'd be like, well, this and that. I remember I hold the door for a woman, and then she yelled at me and did all this other stuff. And the Iranian dude says, "See, your own women don't respect you."
Oh wow!
So what happens sometimes is, and I didn't take it to heart. I'm just using that as a point to get
ladies to for you, my brother.
Ladies to realize there's not a lot of boomerang effect outside of dating. This is why we talk about dating so much. I challenge you and your producers to have some kumbaya conversations with black men and women where it have nothing to do with dating, nothing to do with side chicks, and you will see how far apart we are. We are psychologically not really connected. We are only really connected via dating, which is why we talk about it so much.
I think that's a topic for a podcast in itself.
So I'm gonna land by saying that when you hear the hearts of these brothers, and I'll go back to what somebody says earlier, and I am landing this plane. You got brothers who, when we were working side by side in the 60s, 50s, when that typewriter school came around for women, some brothers got involved. Black man was the fastest typist, Mr. Mingo out of Oakland, California. He was the fastest typer. He also played for the Giants. And we didn't see that America would start limiting jobs for anybody that didn't have a degree, because we grew up with on-the-job training. So here comes the disparity. Anybody that started typing, anybody that had the degree, your ability to get work and work at a high clip quadrupled. These other guys, not so much. There started the divide. So again, outside of dating, we're not really united. And I challenge everybody, even the brothers who are listening, people in the chat, explore that. Why are we not connected outside of dating? And I will tell you, that's why we talk about dating so much. It's the only place we find connection.
Because we have no other connection.
Wow.
Right.
Now, I'm speechless because when you sit there and think about it, mm-hmm. that is mainly what we talk about. That's what, you know what, producer? You already know. I think that's
Thank you. That was good insight. Good insight.
And even Renee said, "See, trade, Mr. Researcher."
Yeah.
Excellent point.
Look,
that was my brother. If you're still on here, that was a mic drop.
Yeah.
Boop. Because that's something to think about.
We're going to talk about that on the show.
Hey,
Thank you
Dion,
for bringing that to our attention.
That was a good one. I can't even.
Wasn't it a good one?
That was a good one. That was hard. Did y'all just throw him away though? Or like what happened?
Nah, he just, we get ready to close it. We gotta go.
We're gonna have him back.
We got bills.
All right.
Dion, what you got? Dion, let Dion talk. What you got, Dion?
Just addressing the prompt. Our brother's okay. I think we're hitting an alarming point, but I think it's because of the feminization of men. Does that make sense?
Ooh, yes.
We were just talking about that.
Wow.
We was talking about that.
But unfortunately, the unfeminization of men is going to have us in a toxic masculinity talking point, which means I'll say something like, "Hey, man, stop talking about your feelings so much," and that's going to be frowned upon. But it's like, "Hey, man, because you got work to do, bro. You got work to do." And what society is telling you and these women are telling you is to keep talking about your feelings about things instead of getting this stuff done. That's going to be frowned upon because they want you to be open. They want to know what's going on. Honestly, society is just getting nosy about men. And I feel like y'all really don't want to get into men's minds, the intrusive thoughts that goes through men's minds, the things that are really make them happy. We argued earlier about the term happy life, happy wife. And they were saying happy spouse, happy house. I say, no, the saying is happy wife, happy life. It's not men always trying to get included with these, what women are in, right? And
that's a great point. I mean, wow, he's got a point.
But you know what? We have these conversations. I know for me, I want to understand for when God actually has my husband find me. Right now, I guess, girl, I'm hiding really good. I'm well hidden. But
not on Thursdays, you not.
Right?
Bingo.
Bingo,
bingo, bango. But so I can understand, where my husband is coming from. So I have a better understanding, because before I was really at it from a selfish standpoint. Didn't go into it that way, but once, you get hurt and so forth, you become very protective of yourself. And so I start being very selfish. And I want to make sure that I am not operating in that spirit or the Jezebel spirit in the next. That's important. Oh my goodness. Girl, these men are dropping
what
some
happened?
nuggets.
He was on to something.
Hold
on. And we're going to come back to some of these topics. We're taking notes of this because that's deep what he said. I don't know if y'all caught what he said.
He was on the money.
It's a very interesting quandary, because what I wanted to ask him was, because he gave the pushback on I don't want to talk about your emotions right now. Let's get this work done. My question to him was, after work, would it have been okay to talk about those feelings? Because if a man has to keep his stuff bottled up inside, there you go, Dion.
Thank Dion, you on it.
You're on it. So my question, I don't know if you could hear me, but you made a valid point. Wow, I didn't think about that. If you said to the guy, "Hey man, let's work now during work time," would you have thought he was more feminine if he had said, "Well, I want to talk about this after work"? Would that have been appropriate, or you're saying don't talk about your feelings at all?
Well, that sounds like a healthy balance, right? As long as the work is getting done.
Right.
But I don't think the two could exist really like that. That's a perfect world. I would say, yes, let's do it like that. Get the work done and then let's talk about it. But they're being forced. Like my brother right now is going through depression. And I know it's because he doesn't have any money, but they want him to get help. Help with what money? And then once he gets the money, watch, he don't need the help no more. Just let a man really get to being a man, and then they'll be fine.
The money. Help him get a job is what you're saying, right?
Help him get his deficit. He operating at a deficit, which is called a depression. So deficit causes depression.
That's a good topic, man. We appreciate you bringing that up and giving that perspective very much.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, salute to you, bro. You still on business with that one.
All right, thanks, bro. And let me know if you need help with anything, Black. Let me know if you need help, bro.
I got you.
I love it.
All right, Black, you get to close us out here. What are your final thoughts on this? We feel like a full circle moment because this is for you. This show is about.
Oh my gosh, that's so right. Yes.
Man, hey, the brothers pretty much was saying what I was gonna say. I'm happy that people are saying it the way that I'm wanting to say it about men acting feminine, all of that stuff. They said a lot of the stuff. I'ma just make it simple. Y'all want to be loved? Tell the truth about yourselves. Y'all want to be respected? Tell the truth about yourselves. Love yourselves in your way, not everybody else's way. Don't follow trend love. You be the trend. And let's see, quit trying to force situations, because love is like a fart. If you force it, it's probably shit.
What in the world, dude? That's a shirt.
I'm telling y'all though.
On that note,
I guess that would have been a mic drop moment right there. That was a mic drop right
That's
there.
a mic drop. I think we're going to end it on there, my brother. I can't even top that with myself, but I'm usually good with the one-liners around.
Y'all know what time it is.
Hey, y'all do me a favor.
What you got?
As beautiful as y'all are, just do me one favor.
What?
Afro and braids, quit hiding yourselves.
We are not. He's sweet. We're not hiding ourselves, but as a woman.
No. Gangsta girl on the side. You just sat there and said, I'm hiding. I ain't letting nobody see me. And then the brother said the only way we seeing you is on Thursday. So you see what I'm saying?
I'm happy at home watching Snap.
No, that's a whole nother topic.
You would be happier. But you'd be happier.
She's trying her best to get me out, but I'm good at working. Sometimes it's better to stay hidden.
I'm not ready. Because you look like you the type that likes to be laid by with a leg on your booty while you sleep. So please stop acting. Stop acting. You Afrocentric. Yeah,
All day, every day, my brother.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, listen, y'all. We need you to finish this at Black. Ask everybody to like, follow, and share. We appreciate you.
Man, everybody send your heart needs. Everybody follow these two women because they are amazing. And they're going to do some amazing things as long as they keep this going. So y'all follow the room, share the room, follow, whatever they tell you to do. Because at the end of the day, I feel like something big's gonna come for these ladies, man. They just need the right.
We believe in that too. We trust God, believe God for that, and trust that. Thank you, Angel.
All right, y'all. We will see you. Is it next Thursday?
I got something going on next Thursday, but I plan to. I want to be here. I can't. I love our people. And you know what? They almost feel like family at this point.
They are family.
Because it's to the point where we see people. Y'all, we love y'all and appreciate y'all so much.
So thank you guys. If you haven't followed us, please follow us. We appreciate your transparency, and we will see you next week. Okay?
Yeah. Wait, y'all. I gotta do it one time.
Oh Lord.